Hi guys, and welcome to my Strikeforce Draft. You will see on my screen just now that that's the team I had in my first draft. So before I shove up my my new Strikeforce Draft, I thought I'd show to you guys what I had before. As always, anyone who's new and subscribes, it should pop up in the little bit at the bottom. So if you're new here, remember to pop the subscribe button. Don't forget to come and ask me some questions. Tell me what you guys are thinking for the FPL, what your teams are. What do you think of my team at the moment? What do you think? Still got to change some stuff up. So, hoping you guys can hear me okay. So, give me a thumbs up if everything's okay. Sorry it's taken so long to get up today. My sound issues have been awful. So, I've had a right mare when it comes to sound, so hopefully everything is okay. Hey V made it. I did an afternoon chat just for you, V, although it's technically evening time here now, so but it's a little bit earlier, so you know, that's all good. And we all having a good Saturday. Hope we're all having a really good Saturday. Again, it's a weekend and I'm here chatting to you guys. I mean, what's that all about? But I am off with some other plans a little bit later on, so just snuck it in before I get into those plans. So before I grab onto the chat, would you like me to show up my Strikeforce team? That'd probably be quite helpful for you guys, wouldn't it? So cool. Let me do that. Bear with me a second. See, I've been working on this new software that everyone's been telling me about, so I'm just getting used to it all. Hang on a second. What we got? Oh, I got a nice team, Nim. Thanks. Now, these are just drafts, by the way. So, you know, this is all a peace and love, this chat. It's always been a peace and love, this chat. So make sure there's no dodginess here. We're all here to help each other out. We're going to build a nice Nim fam. I'm still not sure about that name. So, but it's all about peace and love here and sharing our teams and doing the best we can to help each other. So, as I say, that was my first draft. Very much doubt it'll be exactly like that when we come to it. It should be there or thereabouts though. But let me pop up the Strikeforce and you can tell me what you like about that one and what you like about this one and whether I should use aspects from one and aspects from the other. So here it is. Boom. What do we think about that? Yeah. So hang on, I'll catch you guys up with the chat now. What we're doing. Now I like hi there, Connect. So yeah, I learned how to say. I've been calling him Milo, or Milivojevic, or all sorts. I've been calling him all sorts. But I was with my best mate the other day and we were having a right giggle about this. We actually looked it up. I'm pretty sure it's Milivojevic. And I think that might make it into my podcast when I do it because it's actually quite funny if you look it up on the internet on how to say it. There's this man who's just there literally going, Milivojevic. And it's just quite amusing. So, Derek says Saturday, okay. Yeah. So, Klozniak is the new Alonso, according to V. I hope so. I really hope so. For Arsenal's sake, I really hope so. So, hashtag NimFam, people. Stick that on Twitter. Say NimFam live right now. Get your booties in that live chat right now, people. We're live. Momo. Yeah, I'm probably going to change it. This one I've just put up now is probably not going to happen because that defence is pretty shocking. Let's be fair. It's pretty shocking. I mean, I've pretty much decimated my defence there just so I could have a somewhat, well, I think a really decent midfield from what we know so far and a really scary front three. So So I doubt it will stay like that. It'll probably be a hybrid between my first draft and this draft. So we'll see how it goes, because as I said, as you've seen in the earlier draft, I had Coutinho in, and he's got a back injury now. And as somebody said to me earlier, that's from carrying all his luggage to a certain new club, possibly. So, you know. Derek's not impressed by anyone at Arsenal, to be honest. Wow, Derek, if Sanchez is back and playing for us, can I say, how can you not be impressed? I mean, he was the top scoring midfielder last season. In fact, he was the top scoring FPL player last season. Can't be not impressed by that. Come on now. I have a bad feeling as FTB like centre backs who can play out of melee obviously is someone who can do that, so it could be something we see happen. Yeah, he Milivojevic. I don't know why I do the eyebrows when I say that. Milivojevic. Yeah, he did play a more defensive role last season, and that's probably why most people are like, why is he making it into people's teams this season? And I know what you're saying. I know what you people are saying, but I think that he could be playing more attacking, and I pretty much think McTavish will probably say something about this, because I do know he's a Palace fan, so he can chip in on that one on the chat. Oh, it's Milivojevic. Yay! Apparently. There we go. See, I'm not very good with names. You guys, I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm learning. I'm getting better all the time. I think I'm getting better all the time. So, where are we? So, Tainted Chick. Hey, lovely. Hey, lovely. Hey, Chick. Hope you're having a good Saturday. All good. It's still on direct free kicks, and I don't really mind. But if he's off, then I'm off him. Yeah, I understand that. So if we took him out, let's phrase this differently. Let's help the FPL and the Twitterverse out. If we take Milivojevic or Jejovic out of our teams, who do we put in that spot there? Somebody pop that in the chat. But, you know, he could get points if he's on set pieces, so you wait up. But if we took him out, who else we got around that 5 mil budget to stick in that spot? So, Mo says, I think you should change Kane. He was bad in pre-season. Was he bad in pre-season? I don't think they've played that much yet, have they? I think he had a few shots on target. I don't think he scored, but I think he had a few shots on target. Can you bet against Kane? He's been the golden boot scorer even. Okay. Can you bet against Kane? He's been the golden boot scorer 2 years in a row. There we go, got it out. Oh. Salah rotation risk due to Champions League qualifiers. Even with the injury with Coutinho's injury, do we think that Salah's still rotation risk? I don't know. I would put Mane in there, but he's more expensive. He would be pretty much nailed on. He's an extra 0.5 more expensive. So of the 9 mils there, that spot could be Coutinho's like it was before. At the moment it's Salah's. We could switch it up. So what do we have? Do we know how much Abraham or Abraham? Is it Abraham? On Swansea will be playing. Oh, is that Ranjal's birthday? As a 5/5, he intrigues me. Oh, okay, so a low risk, high potential. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look him up. I'm going Swansea. Retweet. Right, I'm sorry. I'll just have a little nose. Gonna do a bit of investigating for you, Derek. Just go into my app. So we want to know if he's going to be a potential, do we? 5/5. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. Is all honesty. Let me have a look. See, is he a midfielder? Midfielder. Let me know if he's a midfielder, and I'll look him up. It's me plugging baby from Twitter. Hey. Oh, okay. Yeah. Tainted chick. Right. Okay. Now I know I've made the connection. It's good to have another woman in the stream. Oh, what we got here? Oh, sorry guys, hang on, my chat's gone mad. Just catch up with it all. I wish Yeovil had a defence like that. 8.2, ouch. Team looking good, Nim. Thanks, Wildcards. This is a bit of an all-out attack kind of version, but without the all-out midfield, obviously. It's probably not going to be this. Although, I like aspects of it, I'm not going to lie. And we can't have everybody, can we? You know, it'd be really good if we could have everybody, but we can't. So, I think it's good to try these things out now. We've got a bit of time, less than a week. Those coming quickly, but it's good to try these things out now. I think it will be a hybrid between this team and my last team. So, Benteke and Defoe being overlooked. Yep, Reds. I think that Defoe. I'm just done a video about some up and coming people and some ones to watch based on last year, and I think that both of those feature in that video, so keep your eyes open for that one. It's a nice little plug there. Don't support CSC, so I won't pick AFC. Oh, you support Chelsea, so you won't pick Arsenal players. Ooh. Now, I would have said that's very close-minded. I would have. But then Ben Crabtree did win last season by not choosing a Liverpool player at all season when he's an Everton fan. So, worked for him. Might work for you. You don't know. Gone for the power three. It's all about the midfield, though. It's true. It should just decimated the forwards and defence just had a line of midfielders. That might be how it might end up this season. So, Frank's trolling us, Nim, playing him at centre back. Maybe official site can quickly switch him to defence. Oh, think of the points! That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Could you imagine? It'd be really, really good. Defensive, although then we gotta hope that Palace keeps lots of defensive clean sheets, and do we think that can happen? I'll just leave that one there, just floating about in the atmosphere. Kane wasn't bad pre-season, looked good, apparently, guys. He looked good, and I don't think we can bet against him. And the really good thing about having him in a forward spot is that he is the most expensive striker so far this season. So by having him in that spot, it basically means that you can downgrade from there. I mean, there aren't many strikers, I should imagine, that are going to reach that ceiling money-wise too quickly. So by having him there, I can go to anybody in that spot should Kane really struggle towards the start of the season. I don't think he will. We've had this chat about Wembley. Will he be as good? He never starts very well after the season starting. But you know what? Like, I cannot get past these arguments when people say it's about the run of games, it's about, how they did previously. All of these things come into factor. But if a player is a good player, then, and they've done well consistently before, I don't know how you can bet against these people. In fact, I think it's crazy that I don't think I've seen one draft yet that has Sanchez in it. And I almost put him in this draft just to see what you guys would think. I mean, without him, if he continues as he did at Arsenal last season, and having Lacazette there to kind of bounce things off of, provide, that could be scary, because apart from DB in the middle there, I've got no real way of getting Sanchez in my team unless I lose, one of my more expensive forwards. And I think we're pretty much, if the Twitter sphere is to believe, but obviously we are a small snapshot of the community, I realise, then we're all going to struggle, because we're all going to find it difficult to squeeze Sanchez back into our teams. So, and I hope he's playing tomorrow, just putting that out there. I know he's a yellow on the FPL side at the moment, but I would love to see him playing tomorrow. Okay, let me catch up with you guys. Oh, it was Abraham. Oh, okay, no worries. Don't you guys agree that she must downgrade her attack and strengthen her mid? Mo, I fully agree with you. This isn't going to be my team. This was basically just to show you guys what's achievable. Like, really, if these forwards and midfielders start the season with a bang, it's possible to have them all in your team. But you are going to suffer in defence. As I said, you can't have it all. So I'll pop my other draft back up before I finish the end of this live, so you guys can see what I had before. And it's basically going to be a hybrid of the two, because I do agree my defence needs to be upgraded, and I most likely will not have the kind of strike force that I have there right now. With Llorente injured, I believe he is starting. No. Abraham is under 21's English striker, and Chelsea Loney. Okay. Well, if he's starting because Llorente's injured, then you could take the risk. What I'll say to you, with not knowing much about him, is, without me taking my attention away, is that if you have a good idea that he's going to start from what you've seen pre-season and things like that, and you know a player is injured, I did have a draft that had Alexander Arnold in for, I think that's how you say his name, from Liverpool, earlier on. I had him in because Klein's injured. So, if you know a person's going to start, then you can take a risk. What I will say is that I took too many risks last season, and right at the beginning, and I started my season badly. So if it's along with one or two, so you've got one or two risks, then go for it, But if you've got a lot of other risks, what you would perceive as a lot of other risks in your team, I would say leave it till you know a bit more about how he's going to be. So, oh, thank you. Somebody says it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. The overall balance pretty good. Pretty grim is a bit harsh. Just needs a 4.5 defender in there, and it's good to go. Well, I believe that Yoshida and Aki are both 5s, so I guess one of those could be downgraded, but they're slightly better, I guess. So let's High potential across ball, just lower potential as you go further back. But Aki at Chelsea, at the Cherries is happy day. Oh, sorry, I was just flashback there. Just Chelsea stealing Aki from us all, and I mentioned that in the video I've just done as well. So, hi Jeff, welcome. Palace clean sheets, huh? I'm glad the Palace fan agrees with me, so that's good. William, Zaha and DB are amazing. I have them. Maybe another one like Zaha or Redmond will be perfect. Yeah, then I would definitely have to downgrade Jesus or Lukaku. So, you know, as we say, we can't fit them all in, but, you know, I think all about, it'd be good at the beginning if you have like a good kind of setup where you know where your money can go if it doesn't work out. So hi Hensi, welcome to the chat. My front three: Lukaku, Lacazette, Firmino. Yep. I've heard that Firmino's doing really good pre-season for Liverpool, and I guess he's least likely to be rotated if you consider that the midfields at Liverpool got quite a lot. So I guess that's a good shout, and it frees up a bit of cash. So what's your midfield? Spurs playing Juve at Wembley tonight, so could be an indication of how they cope. Oh, McDavies has stuck my mini league. So there's my FPL Nymfria one and my FPL Journal one. So, oh, and the Journal one's got a mystery prize. Ooh, mystery prize. So make sure you join both of those if you haven't already. And if you're in the chat and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You'll see some cool graphics coming along the screen now when you subscribe, that is. Pano, what did I miss? Hey, Pano. Nothing much, just me rambling on. That's what all these lives are. They're just me rambling on. So tell your friends in Twitter, say, hey, come watch Nim, just rambling on. You know, it's good times. So, I was going to ask you guys this. Curious, how do you think Kelechi Iheanacho will be doing at LCFC? He played last night now alongside Vardy, I think. I'm not sure how long for, but I think he'll get on really well there. He's a talent. He's a really good talent. And he is a contender for that third striker spot, I think, along with Firmino. So I am really looking forward to seeing how he fits in there. So if Mahrez stays and that, like, triple threat sort of thing, Vardy, Mahrez and Iheanacho all together, then I think, you know, that could be pretty cool. Could be good for us FPL managers. So, so, oh, it's just gone off about Mig's nickname, so. Tottenham and Juventus are playing now. We can have a look over Kane. Oh, am I interrupting football? Beggar. No way. As if I'm interrupting football. I didn't mean that to happen. Is it actually on the telly? Let me know how they're getting on. We can watch double screen these days. Get your iPads up. Have me waffling away in one corner and Tottenham on the other. You know, it's all good. Jeff is looking at playing 4 premium midfields with a front line of Lukaku, Firmino and Austin. But is there now doubts over Austin starting? I think there's always been doubts over Austin starting. If he plays, I know that Sai will say to you guys that he is a great shout to have in your team. But I think that it all depends on Gabbiadini and whether Gabbiadini is fit, because I think, at least last season, he was the preferred player of that spot, especially with Austin still there as well. So you know, I would just bear caution on that one. If you have a plan B, if you want to put him in and you have a plan B, then all great. Because, you know, that is the main thing right at the beginning, is just to have lots of plan Bs, because you're sure as little green apples that you'll get out your plan B when plan A goes down the Swanee, and you'll get out plan B, and then plan B will go down the Swanee, and then you'll need plan C and D and E. So just have lots of plans, basically. Or just come and speak to me on Twitter, you know, and we'll cry together at our plan B and C losses. So it's all good. Lallana getting injured really puts a toll in my midfield. Feel it was the best 7-5 mid, even better than a lot of the 8s. So yeah, I had Lallana in one of my drafts for most of this week. So it's just a shame he hasn't had like a consistent kind of run of games, because like you say, at that price, if he's in there and he's, you know, he's playmaking and things like that, then he's definitely worth the money for sure. So it is a bit of a shame, I agree. No, you do not apologise, Pan. Please don't apologise. You're here now. You're here now. Mo doesn't recommend Austin. Go with Chicharito. Bit of a jump in price, but Little P, what can we say? As all things, he had a dip last season. I do know he had a dip last season. So, but then there aren't many players that are consistent all season, every season. So, yeah, I think that Little P could be one to watch for sure. And I'm a big fan of Little P's as well, so. Oh, yeah, I thought so. So Inacio assisted Vardy yesterday, so that's good. So they're already working that team up, so that's good. Who wasn't injured? It was a muscle injury. Are we talking back on Gabbiadini? Not sure. I've lost the thread on that one. Spurs not on telly legally anyway, apparently. So, Pan is looking at Mooney. I'm not going to do, you know, the naughty giggles that should come with that name. So, professional here. Let's stay professional. So, I'm surprised you didn't get me to say something dodgy over that one. I really am. So, but apparently he's been doing decent in pre-season, so that's good news. I don't know how much. Oh, we've got a new subscriber. Who's that? The Diamond Gamer. Welcome to the Nymfam. Everybody stick some hearts in the chat for Diamond Gamer. So I've forgotten what I was saying now. What was I saying? Mooney looking decent in pre-season. How much are we putting on pre-season? Like, we have to ask ourselves how much we're putting on pre-season here, because I think that pre-season should be taken seriously and shouldn't be taken seriously. Just contradicting myself there, but to some extent we need to see how players are doing, how they're looking, how they're setting up, but also we've got to consider that the setups probably aren't going to be those exact setups, and some players play freer in their pre-season. So, but it depends on how much you weigh heavily on pre-season. So I think it's a good indicator though. I drop Ranjao, will lose loads of value when everyone drops him. Can you think of somebody else I can stick in that spot? How much was Ranjal? Let me have a look. I don't know. I can't remember how much he was. I think he was 4. So there's not a lot of money in that spot right there. So I don't really know who else I can put in there, because I'm pretty sure that Rosenmar is 4 and Long is 4 as well. So what I was thinking with Long is that he didn't play much last season. I've got some stats here. He only played in 3 Premier League games, but that was towards the last end of the season. So I was thinking now with Keane gone that he might slot in there. So he could be a little sneaky one to watch. So you heard it here first. But as for Rosy Cheeks, I don't think he got all that much game time. Played 10 games in the league. So he got 1 assist in his 3rd game. That's good. But if I was to play a team like this, you know, you'd be stuck. You'd be pretty much stuck with your formation. And to be honest, unless I knew those 2 were definitely nailed on, you'd have to take a punt every week on you know, Ranjal, Yoshida and Aki. So this is why I'm saying this is not a kind of nailed on draft. This is just to show you guys it can be done if you wanted to decimate your defence and just have a punt of having it all up front. Saying that, my last draft isn't a whole lot different to this draft. The only difference actually is Jesus down to J-Rod, and then I've put the money in the defence. So yeah, it's you know, it's just preference, but it's just to show the difference really. And I always like to spark a bit of debate. You know, why not? Could go a bit kamikaze and just think, well, why not? You know, you've got to do something a bit different from everyone else. If you do the same as everyone else, then we're all going to win. So, you know, just a sneaky differential maybe. Just throw it all out there. Stick all the money up front and hope for the best. I think I'm on plan S already, Jeff. I feel your pain, dude. I feel your pain. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? This part of the season, I think, is horrible, especially like I didn't even have all the social media stuff this time last season. So this has been nuts for me, just being in the Twitter sphere and seeing all these drafts and things like that, and it can almost kind of cloud your judgment, I think. On one hand, it helps amazingly, but on the other hand, it can make things really confusing because you just think, oh, I know where I'm done. I feel happy now. And then 2 seconds later, you'll go on YouTube, you'll go on Twitter, and you'll think, oh no, hang on, maybe I should do that. And then your plan changes all over again. But this time next week, you won't be able to change it, apart from your one transfer, obviously. But that's it, we'll all be locked in. I can't believe it's back already. It's so excited. So excited. And I was going to live stream the game, like during the game tomorrow, the Arsenal and Chelsea, because I thought you guys would really enjoy just watching me agonise over that. But literally, you'd just be sat there watching me make a load of really silly faces. So maybe one day, if I get like over like 10,000 subscribers or something, one day I'll do a live of me watching an Arsenal game against a big club, and you will have a right laugh at me because I proper stress. What was it at? So Knocker or Richie for 6 mil mids. I think that Richie possibly just edges it. I had some stats somewhere, but I think he just edges it over those 2. So, But I think they're both going to be ones to watch. I don't know if you want to stick them in at the beginning of the season unless they're like your 5th. But if you're spending that much on a 5th, lucky you. Is there a second alphabet for plans? I'm quickly running out of letters. Love that. Yeah, we should just start a whole new alphabet. So, Jeff is definitely going to tweet his misery, so you might want to head over and follow Jeff, wherever Jeff's Twitter handle is. Let us know what your Twitter handle is, Jeff. We'll all follow you, and we'll get, you know, drawn in and help with the woes. So, welcome, Diamond Gamer. Hi, I subscribed. I've seen. Thank you so much. I hope you've seen your little name pop up. Thank you, and welcome to the club. We love your naughty giggles. So, Kane score, guys. Wow, what's this pre-season rubbish we had earlier on then? Come on now, people. He's rubbish in pre-season and then he goes and scores 2 seconds later. What's that about? What's that about? Come on now, get on the Kane train. Toot toot, everybody on the Kane train. Go get him in your team, people. Get him in your team. Pam's gonna save it all for Twitter. Okay, Pam. We'll be watching. Kane is such a beast. Momo, go get him in your team. It was a Trippier assist. Ah, oh, no way. Hang on then. Hang on. I think this this caters for a. We'll switch back to my old team. Look, there he is. There he is. Trippier, Kane. Maybe we'll just switch back to that one. That one's looking a bit more interesting now. Andre Gray was 7 goals in pre-season, 9 goals all season, so can't really rely on those performances. True. Exactly. That's pre-season, but I think you can rely on Kane, so it's all good. Yeah, that's Kane locked into it. Exactly, McDavius. Exactly. He's in both teams, and I think that's just sealed it for me. So you heard it here live, people. You heard it here first. Kane is staying in my team. Oh, hang on. I got to catch up with you guys. The chat's so fast. You're all so quick. Maybe. Rangel, Hudson, Humina. Oh, for Hudson. Or yeah, could do. Could definitely. Do we know that they play every week over like some of the others? Would I be doubling up? Is that? I'm not sure if that would be me doubling up at the back from the same team then, though. I think it might be. Might not play, but won't lose value. True, and although saying that, when they're smaller teams and they start off low, it can take a bit of time for their price to drop. So you shouldn't imagine their price will just plummet in after the first game week, to be honest. So, oh, hello Dave. Not seen you in the chat yet. He's asking, what video games do I play? Okay, so I love a bit of Rocket League. Gotta love it. It's just cars and football smudged together. I mean, does it get much better? Love that. I'm looking into doing maybe some videos on the new Crash Bandicoot, but I gotta check on permissions for those. So, but love a bit of Crash. That's loving the remaster make of that. It's really good. Wipeout, I think it's called. Racing games. I love to play a bit of FIFA. I know, breaking the mold there. Woman playing football games. But what can I say? I enjoy it. I like it. So, but that one's for you, Dave. That one's for you. That's what video games I like to play. Can we trust J-Rod? I don't know if Connect's about, but hopefully he'll jump in on that one. I believe we can. He's in this team at the moment. He's not in my Strikeforce team. So I'll just switch back to that one. He's not in the Strikeforce team, just so you can see that. But I think he's pretty nailed on. Like when you think of some of the others for that position, like Austin and stuff like that, I think J-Rod's probably more likely in that position. So. He looked great for Saints before that big injury against City. Are we talking about Austin there? I think we're probably talking about Austin there. Good point. Too risky. Who's J-Rod's too risky in Dave's opinion? Might be, yeah. Could be. Oh, of course. What am I talking about? J. Rodriguez was at Southampton. Just add a moment there. Sorry, guys. Just you might just see me just sat in the corner just trying to think of stuff. So, live stream with you watching the first North London derby at Wembley. Oh, ooh, that's just too scary. I can't do that live. You don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Really, I think it could go viral. That'll be hilarious. Kane scored, Trippier assist. If only it mattered. Exactly. If I had that, I've had my draft team, and that just happened like it did just now. Next week, that would have been massive. So. Chugga toot toot. Kane train. Oh, what? Trippier? No, are you trolling me? No way, Trippier's injured. That would be hilarious. Who do we put in that spot then? Oh, now you guys you're gonna have to help me, because I don't know who goes in that spot if Trippier is injured. That would suck. Seriously, you're really telling me live that Trippier is injured? I'll have to think about that one then. Everyone start watching me. He can't take the weight off it. He can't. It's too much pressure. Hudson, Huddersfield, Humanel, Brighton. So no, I wouldn't be doubling up at the back. I don't believe. Hang on a second. No, I think I'd be okay. So could do. If I stuck with this, that's definitely a possibility. I don't think I have like big enough girl knickers though, like brave pants, to go for this sort of team. Like seriously, I can be pretty kamikaze at times, like taking a 12-point hit like towards the end of last season. Yeah, that's how crazy I am. But I don't know if I'm that kind of crazy. I really don't know if I'm that kind of crazy. So, although it's so tempting, I love Aguero, and just not having him in this team, like, makes me want to cry a little bit. But I also love Jesus, so it feels a little bit better inside. But that front three is just, it's pretty smacksy. I think it is pretty smacksy. Speaking of FIFA, Derek just beat someone online as Chelsea. They were the Gooners. Ha ha. 2-1. Oh, is that an omen for tomorrow? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Meg's asking, I'm probably saying his name wrong. Is he like a hummingbird? Hum or Hume or... See, I can't pronounce this. He can be the hummingbird. But Mig Tavis is asking, what is he like? Does the Nymfam know what he's like? Be interesting to see if anyone's got any thoughts. There we go. Sai says, J-Rod is a yes, I think, but it's just whether he can keep himself fit. very injury prone, but when he plays and he's fit, he gets goals. There you go. He gets them. Would have to lower volume on headphones for that. Yes, you would, because I tend to go from kind of quiet, kind of panic kind of mode, and then if Arsenal score, like, yeah, I go a bit nuts. So you might want to have the mute button kind of ready, like with the delay, because there's a bit of delay on these live streams. You'd know probably from watching whether they scored or not, and yeah, you'd be able to hit the mute quickly to shut me up because it'd be loud and noisy, and I probably like get all caught up in wires and stuff trying to run about. Human. Oh man, I can't. What is with these names? I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I can't be doing with that. Bertrand for Trippier, says Jess. Yes, good shout. Good shout. Would we still keep Yoshida in that spot, or would we transfer him to somebody else? We don't really want to double up Southampton at the back. Although, yeah, I know we did it towards the end of last season, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to start the season that way yet. I wanna know for definite what the plans are. Sorry. So the dog's behind me. She's just getting herself comfy there. So she's a little cutie, and you will see her. I'll try and grab her in a minute, but if I can't, then she's in my Patreon video, one of my Patreon videos. So if you like contribute to my Patreon, she's in my little thank you video. So it's quite amusing. So where are we? Good. Bertrand Trippier is still playing, I believe, so wasn't bad enough to get subbed. Oh, okay, so he's not too bad. Not too bad. That's good. I'm glad he's not too bad. So try. Oh, Pan, what are you doing to me? Panagiotis? Panagiotis? Is that right? Tell me if that's right. I'll be actually surprised if it was right. So that'd be hilarious if I was. That'd be proper fluke. Okay, so we could shift Davies over to the right if Rose is okay on the left. Although he did play Son at left wing back once last season. Oh, hang on, here comes the dog. Hang on, I'll show it to you. Come on in. Oh, this is the Duchess, everybody. So I don't know if you can see her because I'm on a bit of a delay here. Hang on. This is the Duchess. So hello, Duchess. She's a little cute pea. She's a bit old, so she's a bit old, aren't you, sweetheart? Yeah, but you know, she's a little cute bean. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. You're live. You're live on the internet. I'd love to say to millions of people, but there's not millions of people, I'm afraid. Yeah, but it's important people. Important people. Yeah. So yeah. Oh no, Teresa, that's it. She said, I'm done. I'm off. So that was the dog, in case you're wondering what I kept looking at. Yeah. Here we go. Right, where was I? Sorry. Early in the season, do we weigh fixture ratings or the player himself more heavily? I think you have to try and kind of mush the both together a little bit. I think probably at the start of the season you could do, let's just go with fixtures. But I think if you did that, you'd have a team full of West Brom, Southampton and Man United players, which could end up being genius. But it doesn't really leave you anywhere to go after that. Once you're kind of stuck with filling your teams with the teams that have the best fixtures, then you're a bit stuck. So a mixture of both if you can. I know that's difficult, but try and kind of embed both of them. So Pan said interesting. I'm going to say that was no then. I got that pronunciation wrong. So, sorry, Pan. Apologies. I saw Arsenal play in 1987 Littlewoods Cup final. I'm jealous. I would have only been a couple of years old at that point, but I'm jealous that you got to see that. So, oh, hang on. Where was we at? I got past that bit. So, sorry about this. Not meaning to be quiet and just catching up with the chat on you guys. I love to. There we go. Back with you now. But yeah. Hey, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Okay. Pan says no. I didn't say it correctly. It's Panayotis. Panayotis. Is that better? I hope that's better. Oh, what does the dog think of Kane? She loves Kane. I haven't asked her, but she loves Kane. And she does help me choose my team when I'm struggling. She does really good high fives. So last season, she actually helped one of my best friends because he was struggling. And she was like, I don't know whether to put Alonso as captain or not because it was a very brave choice. And I was like, just ask the dog. And we asked her to high five through different options, and she said yes, and he went on, and Alonso went on to score and do really well. So she's like the new octopus that predicted everything, the Duchess. Hope me don't mind me saying your dog has Robbie Savage hair. She does. She needs a bit of a parlour trim, I'm afraid. She really does. And she doesn't like going. She's very old now, so we have to choose good times to take her, and she's in a good mood because she gets a bit grumpy. But she does a bit. That's great. Good job, she left off. I bet she jumped through the screen. Have you, Jeff? She'd have you, Jeff. Yeah, she wouldn't like that very much if I told her. Oh, Carol got an assist, I believe. First scored. Oh, well, that makes that little spot interesting, doesn't it? That's a nice little bit of knowledge. Thanks for that, Pam. Good. Always like to know my... because Carol is in both of my teams, so either in this kind of Strikeforce team and in my first draft team, if I get that one out of the way, I believe, yeah, he's there. So that's kind of cool to know. And Fur's pretty cheap as well, I think, so possibly a shout. I don't know, I don't think he got loads of game time last season, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I kind of agree with your fixture player view. I don't trust some players no matter how attractive their first 5 fixtures are. Exactly. I mean, if it was Sunderland with the best 5 first fixtures, would we fill our team with Sunderland players? I'm not sure we would. If you're a Sunderland fan, I apologise, obviously. I'm not here to offend, but I don't think we would fill our team with Sunderland players. So, oh, I'm almost there with the pronunciation. Oh, wow, that's something. I'll take almost there. I will indeed. Your dog's team should include Ross Barkley and Stan Colley. More and Harry Kane. Oh, that's clever. That's very clever. I like it. Yeah, big Huddersfield fan. Yes, the Terriers. Big Huddersfield fans. Oh, Pan's going to be watching, just not chatting. The Tinker to Urge just kicked in, so you'll be back in a second. Well, I think I'm going to be wrapping up soon, Pan, so you know, I've been chatting for almost an hour. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I have what effect? The tinkering effect? What are you saying, Octavius? What are you doing to me? I have that effect. Does everyone want to tinker when they want? Hang on, no, hang on. Let's just wrap this up before I ask that question. That's when you know you've been chatting for too long, when you start asking questions like that. Serious. Okay, guys, so I'm going to say goodbye now and just wrap this up. The Strikeforce team that I'm just going to put up one more time, because this video will be on replay, so I want people to be able to see the Strikeforce team again. This isn't how the team is going to be. This isn't my final draft. Hopefully you'll see a good mix of both teams together towards the end, and obviously we're going to have to watch how this weekend plays out with some of the big teams tomorrow. See how I kind of did that? And these pre-seasons and injuries. So obviously we'll all have our ears to the ground, and keep me updated on Twitter, and I will try and do the same for you guys. Let's all try and help each other out. And again, thanks to Octavius, he's just shoved the league codes in the chat. So don't forget to like, contribute, subscribe, and do all those fabulous things. Thank you guys for watching, and I will try and do a live, just so you guys know, try and do a live maybe once a month to kind of update you guys on how I've been doing, because I'm getting some really good feedback from my lives, and I think you guys like it, being able to come and interact with me, and I quite like interacting with you guys. It's nice to have that instant connection. So I'll try and get one done about once a month, where I'm kind of keeping you up to date, but you'll be able to follow me on the FPL Journal, where I'm doing some blogs, and also on my Twitter, and of course in YouTube videos. So that's me. Have a great Saturday evening. I'm going to grab myself a curry and probably a beer, and I'm going to enjoy it, so you guys do the same. Catch up with you guys soon. Bye now.